Nate, you guys came out the first half, gave them a pretty good run, and then that third quarter got away from you. What seemed to be the problem that everything just fell apart for you in the third quarter?
Well, you're exactly right. You can't make mistakes, against a team like this. And I thought we got off to a good start. Your transition was really good. Defense was pretty solid in that first quarter. Second quarter, we did a pretty solid job. We had some breakdowns, some early turnovers, and they just make you pay when you turn the ball over. We only had we had 12 turnovers in the game, but they scored 24 points off of that. So, they're converting your mistakes into points. And then, to start the third quarter, you just cannot come out with not focused and ready to go as we did in that third quarter, to give up a lob and then you turn around in a turnover. You give up 5 points in about 10, 15 seconds. You just can't have that type of execution against a high-caliber team, such as Cleveland.
Sort of on that theme, last minute of the first half, you guys are up 11 going into the last minute, and then maybe the block, maybe the goaltend, but it's called a goaltend. Last 5, then they come out those quick first 4. It seemed like in a span of about 90 seconds, this game turned completely around. Did it feel that way? Yeah,
it did. And part of the game plan for us, and we talked about, I call it my 5 C's. It was 3 C's until I watched the Super Bowl. It became 5 C's, and one of them is you got to be calm. Okay, in games like this, you can't get rattled. I thought we got rattled a couple times in this game and just kind of lost our composure, started to go one-on-one, started to force some things. You got to be clear about what you're doing out there. You got to be consistent. One of the main keys, you got to be connected and confident. And I thought we kind of separated when things started to, the momentum switched to their, side of the floor. And those runs, we weren't able to stop those by just settling down, coming down and executing an offense, getting a stop. We kind of, lost our composure out there, and they took advantage of that.
Which were the 2 that you had?
The 3 that I had was calm, clear, and consistent. The 2 that I added, make sure you stay connected, okay, and you'll be confident. That's what you got to show. You can't show frustration or that or separation. And we've been good. It's a good team. And good teams can do that. So it was a good lesson for us. We should learn from this because we're going to be in another fight on Friday against Washington. And when you're playing these better teams, the momentum is going to be switching back and forth, and you got to stay the course. As far as what you do out there, supposed to do out there. So we should learn from this.
Nate, following up on that, you mentioned before the game they're the best team, they're the defending champions. What do you want your team to learn, particularly after that third quarter, sort of understanding, like you mentioned, how much a game can sort of swing on a couple mental mistakes?
Well, we got to remain calm. I think that's the biggest thing. This is what we've talked about, understanding time, score, situation during games. And, when a team is making a run or you've had a couple bad possessions, you slow down and you make sure you get a good look at the basket. You don't come down and fire up a quick shot. You need to get something good. Understanding there are times when you got to come together, you got to lift each other, you need to get a stop. LeBron, he just poses a huge challenge on your defense because he basically orchestrate the offense as he's coming down the floor. You know, you can see he's just moving people around. He's getting the matchup that he wants. And, you know, he was able to take advantage of that.
Corver goes 8 of 9 from the three-point line, mostly off of ball reversals. At some point, did you want your guys to stay with him, or what could have been done differently to hold him in check?
Well, you know, again, it's a huge challenge. You're going to give up layups, or you're going to try to give up, if anything, give up contested. You got to defend the paint and the perimeter. And it's a challenge, you know, all season long with these teams that they are capable of shooting the three, but they will bury you with, you know, Thompson rolling to the basket. And when you have another guy like Love spread it, you know, out there spreading the floor, you know, our rules are we defend the paint and we get out to the three-point shooters. And that's a tough challenge when you have a guy like Kyrie and LeBron James running the pick and roll, because they're going to take you know, what is there. And Corver was left open, or I have to look at the tape. But, you know, I remember one of the threes was right in, I think, Glenn's face. You know, so he's a hell of a shooter. That's a tough team to guard. So I have to look at the tape. But our rules are we defend paint and we get out to the three-point shooters.
You feel like your team has a tendency to get a little too casual in the comfort zone when things are going well, that they relax too much, kind of lose look out of the lead?
No. I mean, not tonight. Not tonight. I thought we got off to a good start. You know, they play like the number one team in the East. You know, they didn't panic. They came out the second quarter, had a big second quarter, and then the third quarter, they had a huge third quarter. So I don't think we came out, you know, casual or not ready to play this game. You know, they made us pay for the mistakes that we made. All of our turnovers, you know, 12 turnovers, 24 points. That's huge. And then the fact they executed their offense with LeBron and Kyrie and Corver coming off the bench, giving them 29. I thought they played better.
You guys were riding pretty high coming into the game. Do you feel like this loss will bring any positives? You know, is it a slap in the face that will bring about better play, or what do you expect the impact?
Well, it's a loss. You know, it's just a loss, and we knew this was going to be a tough one. You know, we need to learn from this, and we'll watch tape tomorrow and get ourselves ready for Washington, because that's another tough game coming up. So we can't dwell too much on this. We'll look at it and try to correct some things and get ourselves ready for the game on Friday. We got a back-to-back coming up here that, you know, going to Washington, coming back home against Milwaukee. So I thought we came to play. They played better, and they made us pay for mistakes. And, you know, there's some things you can always learn from you know, wins and losses.
Thank you.